Breaking news coming in regarding a crash that's taken place at the Kathmandu International Airport. This was during a takeoff of a Saurya Airline flight which had 19 people on board. So far what we know is 5 bodies have been recovered from the crash site. There were 19 people on board, including the technical staff as well as the crew of the airlines. This flight was to take off for Pokhara, but during takeoff is when this crash that took place. This was an accident that's happened right at the Tribhuvan International Airport in Kathmandu. A flight that was to take off for Pokhara but crashed with 19 people on board that Saurya Airline flight. We have Vishnu joining us to get us more on this. Vishnu, we are seeing visuals on our screen of smoke billowing from this flight, and of course it's very difficult as far as rescue operations are concerned, given the fact that the fire continues to rage on, smoke continues to come out of the plane, and at the same time the rescue teams are trying to recover people on board that flight, and so far 5 bodies have been recovered.
Right. So this is a CRJ-200 aircraft. It is the Saurya aircraft. This is one of the local airlines in Kathmandu. The incident took place shortly after 11 a.m. in the morning. The aircraft crashed while taking off from Tribhuvan International Airport in Kathmandu. It was on a flight to Pokhara. Several bodies are now being recovered. The total number of people, as you mentioned, on board is 19. I should mention a couple of points about Nepal, its air safety record, and also Tribhuvan International Airport. Firstly, Tribhuvan International Airport is a tabletop type airport. In other words, it is somewhat elevated compared to the terrain around. It is surrounded by valleys on all sides. It has historically seen several crashes which have taken place. And as far as air travel in Nepal itself is concerned, there have been numerous crashes which have taken place over the last couple of years. Just in terms of recent crashes, in 2023, on the 15th of January, 72 people were killed in Pokhara on a Yeti aircraft. 22 people lost their lives in May 2022 on a Tara Air flight. 2017, there was a crash in Lukla. There were 23 people who died in 2016 in another Tara Air crash. This was Saurya Air, of course. And these were just fixed-wing aircraft. But in terms of helicopter accidents, the accident rate is, no better. Last year, in July last year, 6 people were killed in a crash in Solukhumbu. 7 people were killed in 2019, and I can go on and on with the list. And these are just Nepalese air operators. There have been foreign airlines as well, which have crashed over here. So Nepal has among the worst air safety records anywhere, and it's very unfortunate what has taken place over here. Obviously, we won't get into any speculation, but all we do know at this stage is that the CRJ-200, which is a jet aircraft, it's got 2 engines in the back. It's the Canada Regional Jet and the CRJ family of aircraft is extremely reliable. It's a workhorse around the world. This aircraft evidently didn't gain height. It skidded off the runway on takeoff. It fell down an embankment. It caught fire, and those are the images that you can see.
Right, Vishnu, given the fact that it perhaps was a short distance flight, was this a small plane?
Sorry, was this a?
I said, given that perhaps was a short distance flight, was it a small plane that was carrying 19 people on board?
Yeah, that's right. The CRJ-200 is a small aircraft. I don't, off the top of my head, recall the number of passengers it could carry, but I think it's less than 50 seats. It is a jet aircraft, unlike many other aircraft operated in Nepal in those terrains. But it is a short flight, a flight of less than an hour, and unfortunately this incident has taken place. It skidded off the runway, was unable to gain altitude. It went down the embankment, and it's in flames. And as you mentioned, a couple of bodies have been recovered. But this is the latest in a string of air crashes involving both fixed-wing aircraft, such as this one, and helicopters in the country of Nepal.